car that spent years blending into the crowd suddenly decides to stand out. The 2026 Hyundai Tucson doesn't just update its looks. It challenges everything we thought we knew about what a compact SUV should be. But does this bold new direction make it better, or does it come at a cost? Hello everyone. Today we are taking a deep dive into the all-new 2026 Hyundai Tucson, a compact SUV that has shed its conservative roots and emerged as one of the most visually daring and technologically ambitious vehicles in its class. And the big question we are here to answer today, is this evolution a genuine step forward, or is Hyundai taking risks that not every buyer will appreciate? At first glance, the 2026 Tucson makes one thing immediately clear. Hyundai is no longer interested in being forgettable. The front end is defined by what Hyundai calls its parametric hidden lights design, a wide, seamless lighting bar that stretches across the entire front fascia, hiding the daytime running lights within the bodywork itself. It is unconventional, it is polarizing, and honestly, it is unlike anything else in this segment. When the lights are off, the front appears almost blank, minimal and architectural. When they activate, the effect is dramatic. It creates an instant identity that is impossible to confuse with any other vehicle on the road. We think this is a genuine design statement. It takes confidence to go this far in a segment where most manufacturers play it safe. And for buyers who want something visually distinctive, the Tucson now delivers that without any compromise. However, we do have to ask, will this age well? Bold design choices can feel fresh today and dated in just a few years. That is a real consideration for buyers planning to keep this car long-term. Moving to the rear, the Tucson continues its sharp design language with a full-width LED light bar that mirrors the front. The effect is cohesion. The car feels designed as a complete object rather than a front and back assembled separately. The tailgate is clean and upright with minimal clutter, and the lower bumper adds enough visual structure to prevent the rear from feeling too plain. Sportier trims receive additional detailing that reinforces the Tucson's more assertive character. What stands out here is how well the rear complements the front. Some bold designs fall apart when you walk around the car. The Tucson avoids that trap. Every angle feels intentional. That said, the raised beltline and slim rear glass do reduce rearward visibility slightly, something worth considering for drivers who prefer a more open view from inside. Step inside, and the bold exterior gives way to something more composed and thoughtful. The cabin of the 2026 Tucson prioritizes a wide horizontal dashboard layout that creates an immediate sense of space. Materials across most trim levels feel solid and well assembled. Hyundai has clearly invested in making the interior feel competitive at a higher price point than the Tucson actually occupies. Seating comfort is a genuine highlight. Front seats offer excellent support and adjustability, while rear passengers benefit from generous legroom, one of the best in class for this segment. Families will appreciate the thoughtful use of space throughout. Now here is where we want to be honest. Hyundai has reduced physical controls significantly in this generation. Climate and audio functions are now handled through touch-sensitive panels rather than traditional knobs and buttons. It looks clean and modern, but in real-world use, especially while driving, it can demand more attention than it should. We think this is the interior's one genuine weakness. The visual design is impressive, but usability takes a small step back in the process. Technology is clearly one of the areas where Hyundai is pushing hardest with the 2026 Tucson. A large curved display combines the infotainment screen and digital instrument cluster into one seamless unit, giving the dashboard a clean, uninterrupted look. The software is responsive and well organized, and wireless smartphone integration works reliably in everyday use. Hyundai's latest driver assistance package brings adaptive cruise control, lane centering assist, and blind spot monitoring, all refined and accurate enough to inspire real confidence on the highway. There is also an over-the-air update capability, meaning the Tucson can improve its software without a dealership visit. In a segment where technology quickly becomes outdated, this is a meaningful long-term advantage. Our honest assessment, the technology package is genuinely impressive. Where some rivals bolt on features for the spec sheet, the Tucson systems feel thoughtfully integrated. The learning curve exists, but once familiar, the experience rewards the effort. Under the hood, the 2026 Tucson continues to offer multiple powertrain options, and this is where it genuinely separates itself from many rivals. The standard 2.5-liter naturally aspirated four-cylinder produces 187 horsepower, and delivers smooth, composed, everyday performance. It is not exciting, but it is refined and efficient, exactly what most compact SUV buyers are looking for. The more interesting option is the hybrid powertrain, combining a 1.6-liter turbocharged engine with an electric motor to produce a combined 226 horsepower. The result is noticeably quicker acceleration and meaningfully better fuel economy, without the complexity or range anxiety of a fully electric vehicle. On the road, the Tucson feels planted and confident. Steering is well-weighted without being overly heavy, and the suspension strikes a strong balance between everyday comfort and composed handling. Where it falls short of exciting is driver engagement. The Tucson is designed to be reassuring, not thrilling. And for the majority of buyers in this segment, that is exactly the right priority. Pricing for the 2026 Hyundai Tucson starts at approximately $29,000 for the base gasoline model, rising to around $38,000 for fully equipped hybrid variants. That pricing places it in direct competition with some of the most established names in the compact SUV segment, and it does not shy away from that challenge. For what you receive at that price point, the design, the technology, the hybrid option, and the interior quality, the value proposition is strong. Hyundai is offering near-premium features at a mainstream price, and that is difficult to ignore. The most natural rival here is the Toyota RAV4, arguably the benchmark of the compact SUV segment. The RAV4 offers outstanding long-term reliability, a more rugged design, and a proven hybrid system. It has earned its dominant position through years of consistent execution. But here is where the Tucson makes its case. The 2026 model matches or exceeds the RAV4 on interior technology, design distinctiveness, and, in most markets, value for money. Where the RAV4 wins on brand reputation and resale value, the Tucson wins on boldness and modernity. We think the competition between these two ultimately comes down to what the buyer values more: trust built over decades, or a fresher, more expressive approach to the same mission. So what happens when Hyundai stops playing it safe? You get a compact SUV that is genuinely hard to ignore. The 2026 Tucson is sharper, more confident, and more technologically ambitious than anything this nameplate has produced before. It challenges segment norms rather than following them, and for the most part, that gamble pays off. The trade-offs are real. The reduced physical controls will frustrate some drivers. The bold design will not appeal to everyone. And the long-term reliability of this generation still needs to be proven over time. But if you are looking for a compact SUV that brings something genuinely different to the table, without asking you to pay a premium price to get it, the 2026 Hyundai Tucson deserves serious consideration. In our view, this is Hyundai's most confident Tucson yet. The question is whether the market is ready to reward that confidence. So what do you think about the 2026 Hyundai Tucson? Do you appreciate this bolder new direction? Or do you think Hyundai should have kept things more familiar? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.